Hi, I'm the Rap Critic. Let's talk about Yeezus, and how stupid of an album title that is. For those that don't know, Yeezus is the name of Kanye West's latest album, and in it, he planned on making a darker, more minimalist sound that would complement the aggressive lyrical content he wanted to go for. Yes, on an album where he makes a facepalm-worthy fusion of his name with Jesus Christ, we're supposed to take this album seriously. But fine. From everything including his SNL performance where he proudly put Not For Sale in the background, to releasing his first single not on radio but by taking it to the streets and screening a minimalist video for it on the sides of 66 different buildings around the world, Kanye was letting you know that he wanted to say something with this album, something that he didn't want to have to censor himself for on the radio, something that you shouldn't take lightly. Or should you? I mean, is Kanye really trying to make a stand against the establishment in corporate America when at the same time he's got a contract with Nike for shoes called Air Yeezys and actually sold a clothing line which consisted of a plain white t-shirt that costed $120? Think about that for a second. He released a clothing line with a shirt design that took absolutely no effort whatsoever to make, nullifying any semblance of creative thought, and marketed them for an exorbitant price solely on the basis that the shirt was being sold by the brand name of Kanye West. If that isn't an example of selling out, I don't know what is. The worst thing is that those shirts actually sold out, which means that you can look forward to Kanye having an unfortunately justified song in which he will brag about how he can slap his name on anything and make it sell. And make no mistake, this is Kanye. He's going to do that. But back to the music, because that's what it's ultimately about for me. Do the lyrics hold up for the rebellious, aggressive persona that he wants to portray? And what is the message that he wants us to feel and understand? Well, since Kanye released a music video for Black Skinheads and changed his whole website to be an interactive video for this song, I can only assume this means something to him, and that he wants the song to be the watershed moment that defines what his new music is going to be about. The thesis statement, if you will, that represents the context of what cryptic message Kanye is trying to send. Well, let's listen in on Black Skinheads and hear what he has to say. Okay, that's definitely trying to say something. Maybe he's saying that his music is supposed to incite a primal fear in white people, reflecting the hatred and anger that's been accumulated in black culture due to centuries of systematic racism? Okay, I'm kind of concerned about how this message is going to unfold, but keep going. Dogs barking in rows of black people. Okay. Hey, is the music gonna start or something? Cause I don't... Oh. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm kind of enjoying this primal, percussive, energetic music so far. It's tight.
For my theme song, my leather black jeans on.
What are you doing?
I'm getting my scream on. Into the kingdom.
I'm sorry, but the way he keeps saying black like that it's kind of funny to me.
I'm getting my scream on.
Black.
Into the kingdom.
Black.
But watch it, you bring home.
Black. It's just kind of teetering into trying too hard territory. He might as well say, this is black. It's so black, even the beat says black. It's blacker than black and it's black, y'all. Okay, let's listen in on what he's trying to say.
For my theme song, my leather black jeans on. My by any means on.
Are you saying that because the jeans are black and Malcolm X is black? Is that supposed to symbolize your expression of black pride or something? I'm sorry, that just seems like a shallow comparison disguising itself as something more important than it really is. I mean, I don't think it need be said, but your jeans being black is not reason enough to associate them with the civil rights leader's most famous words. Maybe if the beat wasn't so menacing and the lyrics and music video weren't trying to obviously associate themselves with personifications of black aggression, I could look past it, but right at the beginning here, it feels like it's trying to represent something that's ultimately boiled down to saying, I'm wearing black jeans. But like Malcolm X though. And I'm sorry, but does anyone else think Kanye keeps trivializing civil rights messages with silly wordplay about clothes and sex?
Your titties, let them out, free at last. Thank God Almighty, they free at last. I'm like the fly Malcolm X, buy any jeans necessary. I put my fist in, I like a civil rights sign.
I just feel like he makes stupid jokes on civil rights figures and slogans a little too often for it to be acceptable.
You see a black man with a white woman at the top floor, they gon' come to kill King Kong.
Okay, I see where he's going with this line. Hyperbolizing the racist view that a lot of very vocal people still seem to take on interracial couples. Oh, and before you bombard the comment section with posts about whether or not you think Kanye's girlfriend Kim Kardashian could traditionally be considered white, I just want to make this thing clear to you. When you really look at it, I don't care.
Middle America packed in. came to see me in my black skin. Number one question they asking. Fuck every question you asking.
Is that the number one question they're asking? Because that's not a question. Or else he's saying that he's cutting those people off from asking questions, seeing that he doesn't do interviews anymore. But even so, the phrase was awkwardly worded. What's more, the prior lyrics indicate that this is a concert setting he's talking about. So who's shouting questions at Kanye during a concert? Sit down, shut up, and scream, "I want to have your babies," like a normal fan.
If I don't get ran at my Catholics, it goes to conservative Baptists, claiming I'm overreacting like the black kids in Chirac, bitch.
Overreacting about what? Fans shouting questions to you at concerts? Well, I don't know why Christians would be angry about that, but nah, I'm on your side. People shouldn't be trying to interview you in the middle of a concert. Except to the point where you compared your problems with the problems of the youth in Chirac, a name given to Chicago by its own citizens due to the high murder rate. I mean, to say that the furious reactions that young black teenagers go through in Chicago's South Side due to poor education systems, gang violence, and racially motivated policies is on the exact same level as your annoyed reaction to people shouting questions at you? Incidentally, I think that's a bit of an overreaction.
4 in the morning, and I'm zoning, they say I'm possessed. It's the omen, I keep it 300, like the Romans.
Would this demon that's possessing you happen to not know the difference between Romans and Greeks? Because the 300 Spartan soldiers are Greek. Of course, there's also the fan theory that when he said "I keep it 300 like the Romans," he was instead referring to the number 300 as Romans would write it, which would be CCC, which his fans go on to believe stands for cool, calm, and collected. So in essence, they believe Kanye is saying that he indeed keeps himself cool, calm, and collected. But
there's nowhere to go, and there's no way to slow.
I don't think cool and calm is what he was going for.
300 bitches were the Trojans.
So this is a part of the chorus for your rebellious, stick it to the man, black rage in the face of adversity music. And yet you just had to, just couldn't possibly restrain yourself from making an offhand brag about how much sex you have. You see, Kanye, this is why it's so hard for some people to take you seriously.
Stop all that coon shit, early morning cartoon shit. This is that goon shit, fuck up your whole afternoon shit.
Yes, stop assimilating to the safe, non-offending stereotypes that white people have about black people. Instead, call yourself a goon and assimilate to the negative stereotypes that white people have about black people.
Black out the room, bitch. Stop all that coon shit. These niggas ain't doing shit. Them niggas ain't doing shit.
You know, you keep calling people out and telling them they're not doing anything important because they're acting like coons. But you have lyrics in this very song that paint you as sex crazy and refer to what you're doing as goon shit. Goon meaning thug or criminal. This plays right into the negative prejudices people have against African Americans. Oh, and just because you say black a bunch of times, that doesn't magically turn this into a righteous African American pride anthem.
Come on, homie, what happened? You niggas ain't breathing, you gasping. These niggas ain't ready for action. Ready for action.
And based on your repetition, you weren't ready to write a final lyric for this verse. Well, overall, I give this a 3 out of 5. The thing is, I really wanted to rate this song higher. The experimental, tribal, high-octane beat and impassioned yet confident delivery frames the song as powerfully rugged and enjoyably insane. But the lyrics, while having hints of introspection and intelligence, are bowled over by his inability to truly write lyrics that you can take seriously. And darker production does not really fit the way he writes. Now, I have no problem with Kanye wanting to shed his more lighthearted lyricism for a darker tone. The thing is, Kanye has a problem with shedding his lighthearted lyricism for a darker tone. It's like he just can't construct a meaningful song without injecting his silly Kanye-isms that pull you out of the tone of the music. I can't help but wish that someone else were writing the words for this song, someone who could really help me throw my spirit into the darker nature of the production. But as it stands, it's an average product that fails to live up to its possible greatness in my eyes. I'm the Rap Critic. You don't have to like my opinion, but I don't have to like your song.